This is Pat Matthews of Pat Matthews Productions, and I want to welcome you to Beatles-A-Rama TV, your favorite interviews and video, all in one place, right here on Beatles-A-Rama TV. Beatles-A-Rama TV is on the air. Hello, Beatle people. You saw that shirt? Well, guess what? If you donate to our GoFundMe at $50, you get a free shirt. Okay? We were selling those shirts for $30 before, but hey, donations help. So go to the GoFundMe page, GoFundMe.com, and type in Beatles-A-Rama in the search bar. Okay? We're presented by NEMS, Terry Crane. Good stuff. Check his website out. It's right here on the screen. All right? And also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'll help us out a lot.
Oh, darling, please believe me. I'll never do you no harm.
And here I am, Pat Matthews, with a great show today. We are going to be talking to the MonaLisa Twins. They live in Liverpool, England, and we will find out all about them. So let's welcome them to the show. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. Yourself?
Yes, I'm doing well. And you know what? I've been talking to you now off air like for 10 minutes, and all of a sudden I got nervous.
I felt the same though. When it's live, you know.
Yeah, I guess when you go live, you know, it's an anything can happen kind of situation. But I'm looking now at the Facebook page because I think that's where people. Where is it? Oh, okay. No, that's not it. All right. Well, anyway, let's put this up on the screen. Excuse me. We will ask you if you have any questions for Mona and Lisa, and/or go to StreamYard.com. What's that? That's right. I should have said Mona on my left and Lisa on the right. Let's just say Lisa has the red hair. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, it's quite faded now, but it's supposed to be red.
All right.
It's lockdown hair.
Yeah, and by the way, you guys' hair has grown quite a bit from some of the videos that I've seen, right?
Yeah. Yours especially. Yes, yeah. You can't go to the hairdressers very easily at the moment, so I'm just letting it grow out.
Oh,
Enjoying
well,
the
listen.
natural look.
Well, you know, I thought, your father does everything for you guys. Does he not cut your hair as well?
It doesn't go that far, no. Although we usually do each other's hair quite a lot, actually. So.
Oh, well, that's good. So go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. All right. They're going to ask you to access your Facebook name and picture. And you don't care if we see that, right? So if you accept that, I will be able to see your comments and your questions. So if you have questions for the twins, please do that. So far, I don't have any, but hopefully that's going to change. All right. Mm-hmm. So look, I'm now live on the YouTube channel. So there you go. Right. So we know that we're cooking on all cylinders. So let's talk about how this all started. You guys being like I don't know, at least a second generation Beatle fan, right?
Yeah, second and a half, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yes, our dad actually was born just a little too late for Beatles to actually be big when he was a child, a teenager. But he still fell in love with them when he was young, maybe in after school or late school years. Yeah. And so they did show us, both our parents showed us their music when we were young. But it kind of took something. It took us discovering them ourselves, kind of through YouTube and things like that, to really fall in love with them. And when we were teenagers I think it was the worst or the best, however you define it, when we were 13 years old. We got into the whole Beatlemania and had our own epiphany of them being the greatest band in the world and us wanting to pursue music and
there you go.
Stuff.
Yeah. So your father was owned a recording studio in Vienna, which is where you're originally from, right?
Yeah, that's right. We were always surrounded by music, so it wasn't a surprise that we were interested in music. It was just that it wasn't like the 60s specifically that we've been interested since childhood. That came in our teens.
Mhm.
But yeah, music was always around. Yeah.
And your dad, you know, I mean, he had to appreciate the recording concepts and stuff that, you know, George Martin used and that sort of thing, which you know, probably inspired him, right?
Yeah, although actually he always says that we kind of brought him back to the Beatles, because the time when he ran his recording studio, he did a lot of dance music and kind of stuff that made money, but wasn't necessarily his cup of tea. But when we came along and kind of we rediscovered the 60s ourselves, we brought it back in the house, and now we all kind of followed
Yeah.
that rabbit hole as a family again. So
So
it was kind of a funny circle.
Did all of your friends like the Beatles too, or what?
No, I think we got a majority of our close friends into them, especially our one best friend back in Austria. When we got crazy for the Beatles, we just knew that we wanted to share this passion with someone, because no one around us our age had any clue of that sort of music. So yeah, we got her obsessed as well. And actually, in the end, our school made a whole Beatles musical that I think was sparked by our sort of pushing them into our friends' faces. And our music teachers were all happy to have students that were into that music again. So I think
Did you guys sing all the music in this this production?
we had actually left school by the time the musical came on, because we quite unexpectedly stopped school after year 10. I think we have a different system. 14. But we were 14. But we decided we wanted to do music full time, so we stopped school early. But at that time, the preparation for the musical had already started, so they had to do it without us. But we still watched it, and it was great.
Yeah, but you know, you were smarter than all of those other kids. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Algebra still doesn't quite sound right to me. But
well, you know, you also are the I guess you could call you the house band at the Cavern when it's open, right?
When we were for 2 years, we did 100 shows. Then we were from 2014 to 2016, and we played there every Saturday night. So we had a residency spot there for that period of time. But yeah, after a while, we thought we'd want to move on to the next step. So the new chapter, started new stuff. But yeah, that was a good time.
And you were living
and
in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, like, I'm speaking of the Cavern period. We're actually bringing out an album on Friday of our last ever show that we filmed and played there. So we're releasing a Live at the Cavern Club album very soon. Did I say Friday? No, on Sunday the 8th of November. 18th.
Yeah. I actually had that in my notes to talk to you about that. Yeah. Does it include You Can't Do That?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
It does, because we're going to play that for everybody in just a couple of minutes. I got a question from someone. I don't know who it is, but they said, were you aware of how they were going to shut the Cavern down? Hasn't that changed within the last couple of weeks?
Well, it kind of did change the situation every few days. We get different announcements. But at the moment, Liverpool is back into lockdown. So all the bars and clubs have closed again. So also the Cavern Club is closed again, as I'm aware. But they were open in like a limited capacity for a few weeks. But now it's back to everything shut. So no one really knows what's going on and what will happen in the next few months. So people are not that happy in Liverpool right now.
Would you consider playing there again?
Yeah, sure. But at the moment, there's no live music. And for us also in general, we're not really thinking of playing live for the next few months.
So you just had a recent album with your own compositions, right?
And that was already a few years ago. That was Orange. It was the last original release in 2018, I think it was. I think maybe even 17. Oh yeah, it's been way too long anyway. But the next original album should come out next year. We've already started recording and writing for it. So we wanted to get it done this year. It didn't quite work out, but yeah, next year is when the next original stuff will come out.
You know what really caught my eye about you guys? I mean, after, putting your cover songs on Beatles-A-Rama radio, when I went to YouTube and I saw that you produced a different video for every song. I mean, that was so impressive. I mean, like the entire album, I mean, even back in the day when videos were on MTV and that kind of stuff, nobody produced videos for everything.
Yeah, that was a stupid idea in a way. But it was great now that we've done it. But it was so much work for our debut album. When we're together, we decided to make music videos for all the songs on the album, and I'm glad we did it now. And it was just lots of work, but so happy
Wow.
to have this sort of as a CD. And
Yeah, because I mean,
DVD.
it's so impressive. You know, I mean, your dad didn't produce all of those, did he?
well, we do everything together. So all videos you see online are just done by our dad, our stepmom, and the two of us. So we film, we cut, we edit everything ourselves. So far, it's all done by us.
There was a group in the '60s. I don't know if you're familiar with, called the Cowsills. You ever heard of them?
Yeah, when they have family as well.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it was like an entire family operation, and they were great. In fact, I'm originally from New Orleans, and Susan Cowsill lives there. Yeah, and that's exciting.
Did they sing the Hair song?
They did
Was it
Hair.
them?
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen that. I don't know anything else but them, but I've seen the Hair.
Yeah, they did a song called "The Rain, the Park, and Other Things,"
Uh-huh.
which was their biggest hit. But Hair was another one. So and then they had a couple of minor hits after that. But you guys could have big hits. I mean, we made your song Once Upon a Time the Beatlesque Song of the Week on our website.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and
We try to write very much with the 60s sound in mind, and I think it shows that our love for the Beatles also very much shows in our original work. So I hope that people that enjoy the Beatles also would enjoy our own stuff.
Well, I tell you what, that's a perfect opportunity to play what I have queued up here.
Okay.
Still a friend of mine. You tell us a little bit about that song?
Yeah, you do, because you sing it. Okay. Actually, we lifted the secret about who it was about just recently on John Lennon's birthday, because we posted it on his birthday. But I think lots of people already guessed it, that it's sort of an homage to him or people like him, just people that have inspired us because they've always been true to the word and kind of stuck up for what they thought was right. So yeah, it's a song written in his honor. Yeah.
All right. So let's
have a look.
And your dad plays the great grand piano in this too, as well,
right?
right? All right, let's check it out.
You took your time to speak your mind, took every chance to disagree, talked late night talks, walked midnight walks to find out what you wanna be. The same old lies, just compromise. No angry voice amongst the crowd. A world of people keeping quiet as they're told. You were the one to speak out loud. I wonder how the world would be if everyone could see what you could see. Now, give me a sign you're still a friend of mine. No cash in hand, no promised land could ever put your mind at ease. And you made fun of all that stardom and fame. They said that you were hard to please. I wonder how the world would be if everyone could see what you could see. Never in line, you're still a friend we don't dare to see, and maybe find the child in you and me. You took your time to speak your mind until the truth was plain to see. We're run by maniacs, by maniac means, and only love will set us free. I wonder how the world would be if everyone could see what you could see. Yeah, never in line, house before swine. After all this time, you're still a friend of mine.
Okay, we're back.
Hey,
So that's a beautiful song.
thank you.
So are you guys like most groups where Lisa, you wrote it, so you sing it, or what do you do?
I wouldn't say it's always like that. Sometimes we let each other sing songs, but normally whenever we write, it's a group effort anyway. So even though one of us comes up with the main sort of idea, the first idea, we always finish it by passing it around to each other.
Yeah.
It's always us and our dad. We sort of have this triangle going on where whenever we're stuck, we just let the other person work on it for a little bit. And we usually let it sing whoever sings it best. So we don't really have an ego in that sense, right? We just both try it, and whatever sounds best we do. So it's more about
Yeah,
making
no,
it
but
sound
that's a great song. In fact, that's going to be added to the radio station this week.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
I wanted to announce that today, but because I wanted to wait until I actually interviewed you, right?
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So, what kind of you're working on an album, right? Or are you writing it now, or not in the
Yeah,
studio yet?
we're writing the original album right now. We've already written lots of it, but we're finishing it at the moment. And yeah, we have the other album, the live album, coming out soon as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's not something that we had to do anything for recently because it's all been recorded a couple of years back. So,
Well, like I said before, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the great intro to the show, including the intro to the MonaLisa Twins, was put together, produced by my good friend Warren Brown of the BeatlesKingdom.com.
it looked
I
great.
don't know.
Thanks, Warren.
Yeah. See, yeah, see
Well
that?
done.
And I don't know if you can hear that, but our dog is moaning in the other room because
I couldn't hear it. Oh,
Okay,
I wish
that's
I could
good.
hear it. No, I like them.
I was if he comes in here, I'll put him on camera. But
Yes.
yeah,
What kind of dog is it?
he's kind of like a terrier mix.
Aw.
His name is Joey, and he's going to be 13 years old in January.
Oh, boy.
He doesn't care if anybody knows how old he is. But,
Is he into music? Does he get excited when he hears stuff?
yeah, he does actually. I mean, he does. You know, he used to run around a tree when I play music in the backyard. He would run around a tree and then jump up in the air and the
Nice.
wall was 8 feet high, and there was no way he was going to jump over that wall.
But music inspired him to
the
try.
music got him
Maybe
off.
I didn't like it so much and tried to escape.
So you guys have pets?
No,
No.
unfortunately, we don't. Whenever we travel, it would be difficult to take it with us, and then our dad is allergic to fluffy things. So, no, we currently don't have any, but we'd love to. We love
Oh,
animals.
Well, all right, but so let me ask you this: you originally you were over here. He is. Hold on, Joey. Come on.
Mona, we're about to see it all.
He wanted to come say hi.
How do we know?
Say hi, Joey. That's Mona and Lisa. How you doing?
What was his name again?
Joey. Joey.
Joey. That's Joey.
Joey?
Joey, you see them? You see
Yeah,
yourself,
Joey.
right? That's what you see. Okay, look, I'm right here. Okay, you don't need to cry. Okay. So you were born in Austria, and how old were you when you moved?
Well,
18?
19.
19, yeah.
19.
So
we
it's only
moved
been like 6 years or something since you,
7
Yes.
years.
yeah.
It's crazy that it's already been that long. It doesn't feel like it. It just feels like a couple of years ago, but yeah, lots of stuff has happened since then.
I think
So-
what's also strange, because it was such a spontaneous decision for us to move. We didn't
Mhm.
plan for it. It was more like a opportunistic thing when we were traveling through
Mhm.
Ireland and then came to Liverpool and thought,
We'll stay here.
we'll stay here.
Mhm.
That it's now been 7 years and we're like, how did that happen? That wasn't planned. But yeah, we've been
Yeah.
loving every year here, and I can't see us leaving anytime soon.
I have a friend who said that Vienna is one of the most beautiful cities he's ever been in. So,
Well, when we talked before, you said New Orleans is great for visiting, but not for living in, right?
right?
And we
Is it-
feel the same about Vienna for music, for our kind of music anyway.
Right,
It's perfect
okay.
For classical and jazz music. But for us, we think we love going back and we love seeing the town and the whole country is beautiful. But for what we do, it just wasn't quite right. It wasn't,
right. And you said you went from there to Ireland first?
yeah, just for a trip, backpacking trip with some guitars, kind of trying to check out the music scene and see what else is out there, because we didn't have much
Mhm.
experience anywhere else in Europe when it comes to music. So,
Mhm.
and then while we were in Ireland, someone from Liverpool contacted us. So we took the ferry to Liverpool, and our parents they drove to Liverpool. So we all met there. And then a few weeks later, we decided we gonna rent a house. And then actually we never went back. So our
Great.
family was quite surprised back home that we just set off for a little tour through Ireland, and suddenly we told them we was gonna stay in Liverpool.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's fun to live there. In fact, one of the people, one of my technical guys for the internet radio station, his name is Dan, and he's in Liverpool. And whenever we talk, he talks about the rain and how it's 10 degrees Celsius and that kind of stuff. You know.
And
Well,
the
it
weather
doesn't-
is the thing that is not so great about here,
But-
especially
Yeah.
if you compare it to California where you are. So
yeah.
Well,
everything else would. Be
Well, I went outside yesterday and I asked my neighbor who turned on the oven. So, you know, it felt like you were walking into an oven. It was, it
in
was
October. That's amazing. See, right
It
now
is.
it seems like a much better option than it being too cold. But I'm pretty sure that if we'd be somewhere where it's hot, we'd be thinking about going somewhere where it's cold. So you never
Yeah.
happy where you are,
Well,
right?
but like we were talking off camera earlier about, you know, you at some point when all of this pandemic is over, that you might consider playing in the States, right?
Yeah, it's something we've been wanting to do forever. It's just about the right timing and kind of the right concept behind it. But we're definitely wanting to come to the US at some point.
So I mean, the way the record business is now, if you want to call it records, I mean, would you consider putting out an album on vinyl, for instance?
And we have for our last original album,
Oh,
and we will probably do it again for the next original album. So for
Mhm.
our own music, we think it's worth it because it makes
Yeah.
it so much more special. I think having your whole artwork on this nice and
yeah. So,
And I
and
think
then
it's
to
definitely
distribute this, I mean, in the music business now, do you need to have a record company, or are you guys just doing it yourselves?
No, we do everything ourselves. We have our own label, and everything
Oh.
we produce and all the merch, everything it's all done by us and our family. We
'Cause I-
we outsource. Of course, we don't make our own shirts, but we
Yeah,
order them and then have our own team that works with it. But
yeah, because I have
it's
a good.
amazing what you can do with yourself. You don't need a big
Oh,
label anymore.
listen.
Yeah.
Do you know who Bruce Spicer is? You ever heard of him? He's the guy who writes books on the Beatles albums. Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He's from New Orleans. He'll be happy to know that I mentioned his name to you.
We might have some of his books. We have so many Beatles books.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the-
He did
it's
the things
thing
like the
that people
Beatles,
gift you for all
The Be-
occasions.
like the Beatles on VJ. Now here I have a book. I don't have one of Bruce. Actually, I have Bruce's book across the room. I might go get it when I put on the next video. But this guy lives in, and I hate the fact that the halo light is messing everything up. But it's called Liverpool, Birthplace of the Beatles by David Bedford.
Mhm.
He lives in Liverpool, and that's a great book. And Bruce, the reason I mentioned him in the first place is because he is self-publishing. So it's kind of like what you guys are doing as well. But I also have a friend who I mentioned you to him today. He was formerly in the record business. He worked for CBS Records, Columbia, here in the States. And I told him about you, and he still has some connections there. So he's going to talk to somebody and tell them to go on YouTube and watch and hear your music.
Okay.
You know?
I think
Listen.
doing everything, well, doing as much as you can yourself is the way to go these days for musicians and for artists in general. Just
Yeah.
keeping as much of the rights and of all that sort of thing in your own hands. And the great thing about the internet, which obviously we are utilizing a lot, is that you can do so much yourself, and you're not dependent on other people so much. which
Right.
I think in
So
the
you want to
end-
watch? You want to?
Sorry.
This is like a Well, it's not a preview to the world because people could see it if they knew about your page. But let's watch. You Can't Do That from the Cavern Club. Now, what year was this recorded? In 2016.
Yeah, that's right. And that's
Okay.
one of the songs that will be on our new live record.
Okay, and that comes out November 8th, right?
That's correct. And
All right.
pre-order starts on Sunday.
All right, and let's hope that this video doesn't end with a whole bunch of plugs. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But
Now you can
Okay,
cut
so-
it off at that point because it just.
I don't know how to
goes
cut it
through.
off.
Okay.
All right, let's watch it.
Because I told you before, oh, you can't do that.
Okay, I couldn't turn it off, but that's okay because you got some extra plugs
Yeah.
in there too, right? That was at the Cavern Club. We actually have some questions if you don't mind answering them.
Of course.
So, what is your favorite Beatles songs? That's what someone wants to know.
It changes all the time. At the moment,
Does it?
I don't have one. Do you have one favorite Beatles song? I think it's impossible. I like
Do-
Because a
I
lot.
always-
That might be up there.
I always say "Hey Jude," you know, when somebody asks me, you know, and then
Okay. I've said before, and your bird can sing, because I like the guitar work in that. It's just such a cool.
can you play that? Can you play that?
I've never tried. I probably could. It's
Yeah.
two lines played at the same time, so it's like a trick.
Yeah,
that we can
yeah,
studio, but
yeah. I know some of the Beatles
and-
tribute bands. They master that. You know what I mean?
yeah, you need an extra guitarist though.
Yeah,
I think I've also seen people playing it at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know how if George did it that way. I always thought he just doubled it, but
Okay.
You know, I can't get. I can't get. What's?
that?
I'm sorry. What song?
I'm gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. So
You're gonna
it's
lose that
also
girl,
one of my
yeah.
favorites.
That's actually one of my favorites. You know, so if like there's like a, you know, I differentiate between the early days and and the later stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So, you guys metamorphosized or whatever, as far as your looks are concerned. I got to tell you. I mean, does anybody ever tell you that? I mean, the difference in like having the short hair and the dyed hair.
That we look different. Yeah.
I mean, you're both.
We went through different phases.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
right now we're more brown than red, and you're more used.
Yeah.
I love the hairdo you had at the Cavern Club, the one we
Yeah,
just
but-
saw. It ruined my head because I was always bleaching it, and my hair broke off after a few years. So I have to.
So that does happen, right? When you bleach your hair too much.
Yeah, I was going quite quite extreme with it. So at some point it's a mess now. But I have to kind of let it grow out again, and then I can do something with it again.
I got to put this on here so that everybody knows who you are, if they don't
Yep.
know already. The MonaLisa Twins. And I have another question. Let's see. Who's your favorite Beatle? Oh, that was like part of the last question.
Favorite beat, like it's also so hard. Can I say all four? I think John Lennon might be my favorite. It's impossible to answer. It's like asking for your favorite child. They're all
That's
great
true.
in their own right.
Yeah, yeah.
As
I
a
have
songwriter, I'd say Paul, just because of his melodic songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just one
Yeah.
of a kind. And I think if either of them weren't in the Beatles, it wouldn't have been the same. So they needed each other. So it's the combination was what made them perfect, I think.
Somebody put on here, what is this? Oh, they commented on your version of You Can't Do That. So it's a great song.
Ah, it is a great
Let's see.
what's the commenter's name?
It just, well, all it's saying is Beatles-A-Rama TV, which is, what this is. So I can't, it's kind of really weird. So I was looking for it actually on the Facebook page, and I couldn't find it, and I didn't want to get all confused by looking for it there. And that's the reason why I was pushing for people to go to StreamYard and ask the questions. But this is going to be automatically downloaded onto YouTube. I think it takes a couple of hours. And tell all your friends to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, because we're slowly but surely getting off the ground here, And
All right, yeah, we'll share the video.
yeah, here's Bruce's book. Look, it says, well, maybe if I do this, there you go. It's called The Beatles Finally Let It Be, and it's in conjunction with the new version of Let It Be was supposed to come out this year, but it's been pushed back to next August. Are you going to go see that movie when it comes out, and hopefully it'll be in a theater?
Well, yeah. Once it's out, we'll have to keep our eyes out for it.
Have you seen the original Let It Be, by the way?
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen the whole. Have you? I don't think I've ever seen from start to finish, but we've seen clips and parts of it.
Yeah. Well, it was poorly shot, and so I guess they're
I
gonna.
don't like to see them argue and things.
No, and it was kind of like that too,
Yeah.
We play a lot of that sound on Beatles-A-Rama on our station. So, do you listen to my station at all?
I have not yet, but I might in the future. I don't usually turn on radios, but are you on? You'll have to send us some links for it so I can actually get
Okay.
one.
And if you would, I'm going to be quiet for a second. And if you would say, hi, this is Mona, and I'm Lisa, and we're the MonaLisa Twins, and you're listening to Beatles-A-Rama.
Okay. Sure.
Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
All right. I'm Mona, and I'm Lisa, and we're the MonaLisa Twins, and you're listening to Beatles-A-Rama Radio.
Very nice.
Nice.
I'm going to use that. So see, now you have to listen so you can hear yourselves.
Of course.
Right. So I'm all out of videos. And you know what? I want to thank you guys for taking the time. I know it's later. I mean, I'm sure it's not past your bedtime or anything like that in Liverpool, but
That's fine. Our day has just started. We have a lot to get ready for the release on the weekend, so we have a long night ahead.
so how you're going to work on the new album?
Well, the live album that's coming out, we still have to get some stuff ready so people can pre-order it and get some promo ready. So that's going to happen now.
All right. Well, listen, I've had a blast, and I love your music, and I want you to thank Michaela for me for setting this up, and maybe we'll have you back again after you have your album release. That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us.
You are so welcome, and I want to thank Warren Brown for the video intro, and he'll be contacting Michaela soon.
Brilliant. Bill Romanka.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining
Good
me.
night. All right. That's it. I want to thank Mona and Lisa and their PR person, Michaela, for for setting this all up. And let's close with the Beatles-A-Rama commercial. And you guys have a great time. It's the Beatles from the beginning to the end. It's their solo careers. It's their humor. It's their incredible music. It's the British invasion. It's their American adversaries. It's an historical musical education. It's the Beatles and a whole lot more. A Beatles fan's paradise. It's Beatles-A-Rama.com. Tune in. You'll love it.